Healing 12 zodiac signs, guys. What is going on behind the scenes in your life? If you want to know just any clarity about a hunch that you have, or what you feel is coming in, or if you just want to have a certainty about something, welcome in. Let's take a look. All 12 zodiac signs. I'm going to keep it quick per zodiac. Let's start with Aries. Aries, welcome to this reading. Let's find out what your fate has in store, what's happening behind the scenes. What do you need to know, Aries? Three of Swords, Strength, King of Cups. Wow, you're getting over a heartbreak, Aries. It is what it is. I'll tell you what, this is just going to break you. This is going to really break you. But you know what? You had to get out of this relationship. It was toxic. I know you hate that it's over. You hate ending it with this person. Like, why? This is someone you've known your whole life. Or this is someone you love so much. This is someone you care a lot about. And all they did was break your heart. And so you're just like, I gotta be strong. I gotta mind my boundaries. I gotta have some self-love, some self-respect. I cannot let them get away with this. However, there's a twist. To be honest, I think they're gonna come back with an apology. So you go ahead and do what you have to do about cutting them out, but they'll be back. There's some kind of karmic tie between the both of you. There's some kind of destiny. And I know it hurts, but if you're strong enough to face your inner demons and stand up for yourself, they will come back and apologize. And to be honest, face their issues. They're gonna know that they've got the issue. It's not you. It's not you. It's not your fault. And I know this person's gonna come back and be strong and say, listen, it was my fault. I messed things up. I have some issues. I'm working on them. Can you forgive me? So I know that that's going to happen. But you're going to have to be strong and allow things to end for the moment, because they need to have that wake-up call and they need to have that clarity. So what is your oracle, Aries? Nine of Wands. Be strong. It would take a hell of a lot more to defeat the Aries. Okay? So I know you're hurt, and this is one of the most painful breakups you've had to go through. And it could be with family. It could be with a friend. It could be with a son or daughter, parent, whatever. You know what I mean? Brother, sister, it doesn't matter. But whoever this is that you have to face off with, I just want to express my understanding in the depth of what you're going through, because it is deep. And it is really tearful, and it's heart-wrenching, and it makes you hurt deep inside over this. This is not an easy decision. And it's going to take way more than what you have right now to make the decision to do what's best for you. But I know you will. I know you will. And I know that you understand this person has caused you to stay addicted to something bad. This person, keeps you addicted to a toxic thing in your life that you just don't want any part of. And you're going to have to cut it out. You're going to have to cut them out. If they're meant to be on your path, if they are a soulmate, they'll be back with an apology fixed. Point blank. If they are not meant for you, if they are bad for you, if they've got nothing but bad intentions, then this will end. Okay? But this is the last straw. Enough's enough of this person. And I'm going to read your little oracle. And good thing it's upright, but, that isn't fun, Aries. Plopping down on the floor in front of your altar, letting everything go. You should consider yourself lucky that you didn't burn the whole house down with this whole little mishap, this relationship. But most of the candles are destroyed, but despite a few small burns, the person in this picture is mostly okay. And would you look at that, there's even one candle left that managed to survive it all. So that one candle, that one last glimmer of hope, is showing you that, yes, you've had a setback, but there's still hope, and you can still change things for the better, and you can be a better you. Now, this card isn't about giving up. It's about working through a challenge. Now, Aries, aside from love and this heartbreaking breakup situation that you're going to be dealing with, let's just look at you independently. You're hurting yourself. This is, you are breaking your own heart. You're hurting yourself. You're sabotaging things on your own. You need to love yourself more. You need to care more. And if you have toxic habits that are hurting your life, be the bigger person. Cut out drinking, cut out smoking, cut out bad friends, cut out bad lazy habits. Stop. Be better, Aries. Be better. This overall, Aries, is just a time saying, I gotta quit. Cold turkey, I gotta quit something, and I'm gonna come out ahead for it. So yeah, I see Aries quitting something, and it's good for you. All right, so that's Aries. Thank you, Aries. 6 minutes and 25 seconds. Now we're gonna get into Taurus. Spirit, can you guide and direct me right now for Taurus? Welcome, Taurus, to my reading. If you're looking for something personal, please go to my website. I am answering questions for $28 today, if anybody wants one. Spirit, show me Taurus. Wow. Okay. Geez, Taurus. You're going to give up on a friendship. Yeah, there's some kind of a friendship and you're just done. If they apologize, there's a chance to fix it. But you don't know if they are. Taurus, you're just like, I don't know if they're actually going to be sorry. And you just feel like giving up. This isn't worth the fight. You've been fighting to keep this relationship going. It's just not worth it anymore. And I think once you've weighed your pros and your cons, the cons outweighed the pros. And I can see this person's going to be sorry to see you go, Taurus. They're like, please don't go. I'm sorry. I'll fix things. I'll change. And you're like, a little too late. The universe has better plans for you anyways. You're not really supposed to stick around this cycle that's kind of ended. By the next new moon, you're probably going to move on. Honestly, what I see in your fate is someone that's going to want to reconcile with you, but you don't want to. I mean, this could be reversed, but I'm just kind of getting the feelings that Taurus is done and over with someone that BS'd them, took too much time, and wasn't serious. And you're just like, you didn't get serious about it, so I'm not doing it anymore. This doesn't have to be love. It could be any relationship. But this is Taurus standing up for Taurus and saying, enough's enough. I don't even need you to fix anything anymore. I just need you to go. I don't want this. I don't want us. I don't want whatever's been going on. You're not my friend anymore. This isn't a good connection. And I just feel like nothing good's going to come from this. This is kind of like maybe we're bad for each other, or this relationship's just not working out. We gave it a go. We gave it a try, whatever this was. I just can't do it anymore. You need something more solid, more predictable. And this person kind of just kept letting you down. And to be honest, Taurus, they just didn't make you happy. 3 of Cups in reverse. You're like, I'm just not happy. I'm not happy with you. You don't make me happy. You're not enough for me. Okay, maybe I'm not enough for you, but it doesn't really matter who's what. Let's just let it go. We've been riding the fence for way too long, just not saying yes or no about leaving. And I'm going to go ahead and just say, this is a no. So I see that you've been hesitant on leaving them, but nonetheless, I think that you will. I think you hate to do it, but you will. The card that comes out for you is, get this, this is crazy, this is nuts. The Seven of Wands, and you want to know what's crazy? It was also in reverse, just like this card. So you got two Seven of Wands, Taurus, both in reverse. That's like the biggest red flag message you could ever get, honestly, in such a short little reading. Witches should hold other witches accountable, okay? So this is about holding someone accountable. And it's in reverse. And the truth is, you have not been held accountable, or you've not been holding the other person accountable. Because keep in mind, this is reversible. And I'm going to tell you what, Taurus, if you're on the bad end of this, if you haven't been holding up your end of the bargain, if you haven't been a good friend, if you haven't been held accountable for something you did, you're going to pay for it. Like, you know, it's only a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it's not you, but someone's got to be held accountable for something that was done. And it needs to be rectified. Enough dancing around irresponsibility or just BS. You know, it's like enough's enough. Let's go ahead and read your Seven of Wands, Taurus. In reverse, it says, perhaps you were made aware that something you did or said was harmful. But instead of accepting accountability that you were in the wrong, you decided to double down, making it so much worse on yourself. Now you have two things to apologize for: the original issue and now this. So there's something that's doubled. I do see a double, and you got double cards. Something's happening in twos, in pairs. If you did something, Taurus, and it happened to you twice, take accountability. You're the problem, it's not them. Keep in mind, this message could be reversible for some of you guys, but there it is in a nutshell, in essence. Take accountability, Taurus. Own it. You know, let's just own up to the mistakes, apologize, and just do it right. More than anything, I think the overall message for Taurus is an apology needs to be made. And somebody needs to rectify their wrongs and take accountability for it and change their behavior, because this is crazy. So that's what I had for Taurus. All right, so now we're going to get into Gemini. 12 minutes and 50 seconds. Welcome to my video, Gemini. If you're looking for something more personal, one-on-one, and you want to see my face, please go to my website and order a private personal reading. I have lots of different levels and sizes and prices of readings. I also do astrology if you're looking to find out more information about your planetary placements. Okay. Let's see what's coming up for Gemini, Spirit. Show me what's coming up for Gemini. Show me fate. What is hidden behind the scenes? What is it that Gemini needs to know? Ah, this is a yes. You're going to get the money you expected. Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Are you ready? Ah, Gemini. You lucky dog. Look at you, Gemini. Dang. Okay. Look, you got the best. You got the goods. Oh, it's right here. Gemini, that gift, that money, that present, that peace, that stability that you've been craving and wanting and wanting and wanting. It's here, honey. Yes, this is the moment. You're going to get paid, or you're going to get laid in about 3 weeks. It's in the bag. It is yours. If you've been desiring some personal payoff, some personal gain, and you know Rahu's coming up in your chart right there, Vedic sidereal. Rahu is the king of gains. Honey, there it is. He's making sure it delivers. You're going to get what you asked for. You're going to get what you wanted. You're going to get what you deserve. This is the payday. This is the payoff. You're going to get to pay off some loans. You're going to get to just pay bills. This could be a job that you've been really wanting. You got it. That check in the mail, that closing, that settlement, that gift, that person that owes you money that you've been waiting on finally delivers. But you're finally going to get what's yours, and it's going to create so much stability. You're going to be overflowing with security, that you're going to be able to provide security for other people. But I just want to say, Gemini, you're coming into a period of abundance and personal happiness. I also see a small journey. Okay, this is within about a 3-hour drive or getaway, 3-hour flight, 3-hour drive, you pick or take. It's a small getaway, and it might last for a week. You might be taking this little trip in about 3 weeks, but you're going to get some peace of mind and some relaxation and a much needed getaway. So get ready to pack your bags. Some of you could be moving in about 3 weeks. Just start packing, start getting ready for a move. But finally, movement is here because that money or that stability is here. And you've been waiting and expecting it. It's like you've been watching the clock or watching the mailbox or just looking out for that confirmation, like, is it coming? So a lot of personal satisfaction. Let's get your oracle. You have the library. What is this? 3 of Swords in reverse. We have it's okay to cry. All right. So you've been suffering. Wow. Somebody left you out to dry. Like they just stabbed you in the heart 3 times and hung you up and just left you to dry. They just didn't look back. And you've been suffering ever since. You've been hurting and you're like, where's the justice? Well, it's coming in. So that's nothing to worry about. The money that's coming is nothing to sneeze at. You deserve this, but let's take a look. It is reversed. You know, it says here, listen, Gemini, if you've been wallowing in a state of pain and agony for a long time, it's almost like you just got stuck and you couldn't heal because maybe you didn't want to believe that this relationship was actually over or that what happened actually happened. You just were in disbelief. Without sounding too harsh, it's time to move on and give your attention to something else. So I'm hearing this one saying for you, Gemini. When one door closes, another door opens. Sometimes we have to let go of the shore to get to the other side, you know, to get on the boat and move on. We gotta let go of the shore. I feel like you're losing something to gain something much better. And honestly, sometimes you have to lose something good to get something better. And this payoff didn't come without loss. There was a cost associated with this gift. And it could be the ending of a friendship, an alliance, an old job, a parent-kid relationship, a spouse, whatever. Like it, you know, it came with its own loss, but here's the new beginning. This is the restart after a divorce. This is a new house after you lost this old one through some kind of a trial and tribulation period. This is freedom after your kid leaves the coop, flees the nest, however you say, and you're all alone and crying and they broke your heart. They're gone, but now you get a new beginning. You know, there's pain, but there's no gain without that pain. So I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. I hope you can let go and move on and heal from all the suffering, because this is a great reward. I know it doesn't sometimes matter, but was it worth it? I think it kind of was. Listen, I really do. I really think this is kind of worth whatever trouble you went through. This is the good stuff. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to feel good. You're going to look good. Life's going to be good. It's going to be good for a while. And it's going to get really, really, really good in September based on the prediction of the cards. But we're going to leave that there. Thank you, Gemini. All right, so now we're going to get into Cancerian. 19 minutes and 30 seconds. Hi, Cancerian. Welcome to JKS 1111 Tarot. I hope you like your reading. This is just a quick telling of something behind the scenes in your life. The fate is about to be revealed. If you're looking for something personal, I have a lot of sales right now. Please go to my website. Okay, it's in the description below. I'd love to have a one-on-one with you. Spirit, what's coming in for Cancerian? First card is King. It almost wanted to come in reverse, though. King of Cups, the Star card, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the upright. You know, here you are. This didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Whatever this is, relationship, job, house, money, kids, whatever your focus was, you put your heart into it, and at the end of the day, it just did not pan out as planned, as you wanted, period. And it's just, there's a high level of frustration. I'm hearing you're a little bit of a control freak. You wanted things to go a certain way. Let it go. You know what? This might turn out for the better. Sure, you had plan A, and that didn't happen. So here's plan B, you know? And it's like Ace of Cups, surprise, joy, happiness. This isn't what you asked for. This isn't what you asked the universe for, but it's something that maybe you need, okay? So I'm feeling like you need this right now. And I also am hearing it's a transitional period. You're not being denied what you want. It's just being delayed. And I know that's frustrating and you don't want to hear it, but even when the star comes reversed, it always brings positive recovery and healing and good energy, good energy. And if you're lacking in self-belief right now because your prayers, affirmations, visualizations, manifestations, plans just didn't happen, focus on self-love and healing and look for more things to inspire you. Again, that just wasn't the right path. It just was not inevitable, and it wasn't meant to pan out that way. Now is not the time to just sit around and mope because it didn't work out and do nothing. You've come too far to stop now. Maybe you haven't achieved what you thought you would by now, but keep going, keep trying. Give it more effort. Put some more ideas into this. You know, try something different, Ace of Cups. There's going to be some new ideas, some new blessings, some new gifts that are going to come down and just make it all better. Just feel good again, kind of a healing, rejuvenating, refreshing, tall glass of fresh water on a hot day. You know, it's like, let's get back on the drawing board. Let's figure something else out. So, believe in the universe still. Just because it didn't happen how you wished, you can still get back out there and try something different. Let's get an oracle for Cancer. You have here the Tower. Get ready, things are about to get shaken up. That almost flew out of there, you know, but this one is what I drew. But that Tower is lingering. But we have here the good luck charm. This is the Wheel of Fortune. If nothing seems to be going your way, ooh, cast a spell. Okay, there's some good advice. I like it. And they're like, come on, King of Cups. If it didn't work out how you wanted, cast a spell. Get what you want. You need to get back to your witchy ways, Cancer. All right? Witchy ways. After experiencing a setback, Cancer, after seeing something crumble, this witch finally decides that fate isn't something that's just allowed to happen to her. She makes herself a good luck charm to wear, and this way it will attract at least one good thing her way. Well, she's right. Some stuff is out of your control, but there are plenty of things that you can control. This card usually indicates that there's something you can do about your current circumstance, Cancer. Not limited to enchanting your jewelry. Make a list of possible solutions. Start from the top and don't stop till something works. Don't settle for what you've been given. There's likely a way to get what you want. All right, so Cancer, there you go. You got to get witchy. Mm-hmm.
So I had this like tiny scratch and it's like bleeding a lot.
That's okay. You just need some Neosporin. Can you have your sister or brother get it for you? Okay. All right, Cancer. You're just the one with the power. That's all that is. You're the one with the power. It's in your hands. Wow, literally, it's in your hands. You can make what you want to happen. Choices. But you can't just sit there and be like, come on, give it to me. You got to be witchy, Cancer. You got to get out there and do some kind of magical, spiritual altering of your situation. Whoops. And that's your advice. All right. So thank you, Cancer. All right. Next, now we're going to get into Leo. Leo, welcome to my channel. If you're looking for something personal, Leo, please go to my website, jks1111.com. Order something personal. I'd love to help you. I have reasonable prices and I work within any budget. I do astrology, tarot oracles, all kinds of spiritual things, Vastu, Feng Shui, coaching, healing, good stuff. So check me out. Also, just feel free to let me know if this reading resonates in the comments. I'd appreciate that. All right, Spirit, let's go ahead and tap into Leo energy, Spirit. Leo. Show me, Leo, what is happening behind the scenes? Page of Cups. Six of Wands. Page of Swords. Oh. Four of Cups in the reverse. All right, you're going to get into some communication with somebody. Good, bad. A message comes in. It's an emotional message. But you're happy that it comes in. You feel like you won. Like, yes. But there's more things you don't know about. Just because you think you temporarily won something. Just because somebody's flirting with you or coming to you or giving you attention. You should worry a little bit. There's just more under the surface than you know about. And someone is keeping some secrets from you. It looks like, Leo, there's somebody that wasn't giving you the time of day, wasn't giving you any attention, didn't want nothing to do with you, and all of a sudden they want something to do with you. And you're like, yay, they called me, they texted me, they reached out, oh, they want to do something with me. Why? You know, I feel like there's something beneath the surface. And they're rushing in, like they're rushing this. And you're like, oh, yeah, please rush it. Come in, come home, come on. There's some warnings there. Okay. This is a test. That's what this is. A karmic test. Somebody's coming back around. Are you going to forgive them? Even if they don't tell you the whole scenario, like, are you willing to forgive them for what they did? Because they rejected you, and this was very unrequited for some time. This is not good for Leo. You love attention, you know, so it's a good feeling that someone that put you down or hurt your feelings or didn't give you the time of day finally comes in with this little offer, and you're like, yes, you know, that's what I want. I deserve that. But it may be time to revisit some of your decisions about why you say yes to people. You know, fours indicate a time to stop, be still, be steady, reflect on your past, your history, your wounds, and is this a bad habit? Do you have boundary issues? Do you have rejection issues? You know, daddy issues, mommy issues, abandonment issues. You know, there's some kind of issues for sure. And it's like, don't just say yes because you're finally getting what you wanted. Come on. You deserve better than that. Do you really think? Whatever. You know what to say. Let's get your oracle. And I want to say this, just because they're coming in now doesn't mean it's what you want. Maybe you changed your mind. Maybe you don't want them anymore. So we have the High Priestess. When in doubt, Leo, you first need to trust your gut feeling, because it can always be trusted. And this is the Divination Witch. I feel like there's some alone time needed. Yeah, there's this person. Could be a friend, could be a family member, could be a lover, could be a job that finally says, hey, remember me? Yeah, you applied 2 months ago. I'm finally calling you because the other people I hired didn't show up. And hey, do you still want this job? And you're like, yeah, I gotta call. Or is it, no, what the hell? You hired other people after you interviewed me, so I'm your second choice? Thanks, but no thanks. I don't know. It's kind of up to you. But there's this kind of sloppy second situation going on. And I think you intuitively sense there's some issues there. But the highlight is they're here. They're back. They're giving you attention. You got the golden ticket. I just don't know if you should take it. I feel like someone missed their chance. They see you as a golden opportunity. And I'm not saying to say no, but be skeptical. Be skeptical. Ask yourself those tough questions, because your intuition's going to tell you it's a green light or it's a red light. Your intuition's going to totally tell you. And this card is saying to trust it, Leo. So the High Priestess in this deck says this. Draped in an aura of secrets and mystery, the High Priestess seems to be kind of the woman that just knows things. And while that may be the case for you, Leo, she wants you to know that she's just a normal person just like you. The truth is, all of us have our own intuitive abilities. Though some of us don't know how to really recognize them or use them, and some of us are really great at it, we all have the gift. And for the sake of our own comfort, you may be in a position, Leo, where you would benefit from learning to recognize and use your gifts. Some say the trick is to go with your very first instinct. So what is yours telling you right now, Leo? Whatever it may be, tune into it and trust it and follow that feeling and see where it leads you. So yeah, big warning, Leo, it may be too good to be true. Trust your instincts. That's what I got for Leo. All right, so now we're at 33 minutes coming on about. We're about to jump into Virgo. All right, Virgo, welcome to my channel. I hope you like this reading. If you're looking for something personal, I have a wonderful website, totally revamped, new prices, very affordable. Come check me out, order something. I also have cards. But if you want something personal, face-to-face, please go ahead and order. All right. Spirit, please guide and direct me right now for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Show me Virgo. Knight of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. 5 of Wands. Knight of Wands in the reverse. I feel like there's a peace offering, or there's some kind of a emotional offer that's coming in to clear things up. But, and yes, there's a but, it's not what you wanted to hear. It's not what you wanted to see. And it's definitely not something you expected. pick your battles wisely. Don't rush into a fight. There's going to be this energy of, how dare you? How could you? Why would you? It's that. It's that totally, that is the vibe. Walk away, Leo. Fold your hand. Walk away. Close the door. Maybe it is, how dare they come to you with such an incredibly BS offer, or a half A double S apology, or how dare they insult your intelligence and think that you'd accept fill in the blank. It's like, how dare you? God, you're wretched. I feel like you're going to have to accept it is what it is. And to have a new beginning and a fresh new start is to get closure with this person. So you're going to have to get closure. You're going to have to leave it alone. Maybe take a hit and just walk away for your own peace. Because kind of what I'm hearing is, if you sit around and fight, you're still not going to win. And it's like, fight for what? Pride, face, image. When the universe decides this is not going to go in your favor, that's it. The universe has spoken. Yeah, that's honestly what I'm feeling. And to be honest, this offer isn't wrong. Don't be so controlling. Don't control every facet of the universe. This offer, it's kind of fair. It is. It's kind of fair based on karma, based on fate. Like, it's upsetting you, but you don't control the universe. That's what I'm hearing. You just don't control the universe, Virgo. It doesn't always happen in your favor. Tens and the Fool, all talks about, hey, it's time for a new beginning. Febreze, a fresh new start. But I'm again hearing, how dare they? Like, how dare they? What? You feel very disrespected. And it angers you. And you have a temper. To be honest, the underlying energy in your reading is like, your fight is going nowhere. Your plight, your fight, your drama, what you're seeking, it's not going to move forwards. It's not going to, you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to get it. This could be a court case. It's not going to go your way. This could be a relationship. It's not going to get fixed. This could be a career choice that they're not going to make the suggested changes. It's going to stay the way it is. You can't stop this train. And the universe is saying, hey, Knight of Cups, you know what? I'm sorry. Here's a goodbye gift. You get a little something. You get something. You get a little reward here. It's not a complete loss, It's not what you wanted. Definitely not. But you get something. It's like you get a severance pay, or you get to keep the custody of the kids, or you get to keep the house. You don't get the alimony. You don't get full custody, or you don't get, fill in the blank, but you get something. It's like you're not going away empty-handed. And you're like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going away empty-handed. No, you think that because you're not getting it your way. You're not getting it the way you wanted. But the truth is, you still have something. And in the grand scheme of things, it's not everything, but it's something. And let's just take that and just be, this is like, be grateful for what you have and what you're walking away with, because you could be walking away with a lot less. A lot less. So count your blessings is kind of what I'm hearing. The events that you've gone through, the disappointments, it feels very unlucky and very unfortunate, and you feel kind of blocked. You know this is not going to turn out your way. But nothing is permanent. And eventually down the road, something's going to turn in your favor. We're going to have to walk away for now. Take what you got and walk away. Let's get your oracle, Virgo. You know, if it's like a breakup, it's kind of like somebody saying, listen, can we still be friends? You know, I just check in on you from time to time. I do care about you. I wish you the best in life. Here, why don't you keep, you know, the couch or the TV? Like, you can keep that, or you can keep the dish set. I'll see you around. You know, it doesn't seem like much, but it's peace. And it's walking away without creating an enemy. So there is this warning of don't, you know, just pick your battles. Don't fight over petty stuff. Yeah. Like, could be reversed. Somebody could be losing you. I don't know. But that's where we're at. Let's get your oracle. Show me Virgo. Okay. You got the 10 of Wands. Why make things so much more difficult than they already need to be? So yeah, this again, don't make it harder on yourself. Like, God, there's a warning here. If you scratch the scab, it's going to bleed. Big warning, Virgo. And you are the Dashtana house. You are the house of enemies. You are the house of drama, illness, courts, fights, laws, logistics, details. Oh, the devil's in the details. And it's like, don't fight over petty crap. You're just going to make it worse. Take this loss here and just don't make it worse. I feel like things are going to turn around for you in October. There's the pumpkins. It's salmon. Okay, and the season of the witch. And it's kind of like your time will come. 10-10. That is the number of new beginnings. Fresh new start. Breeze. Let it go. Let's go ahead and read your oracle. Okay, we'll be fine. So in this reading here, it says, can you believe this witch didn't think she would need a box to transport all these candles from her car to the Samhain celebration? To most, it probably seems like it's way too much for one person to carry. But don't worry, she knows she can manage it. After all, this is nothing compared to her weekly grocery trips. However, there is no denying that it didn't have to be done this way. So listen to that key phrase. It didn't have to go this way. You made it go this way. Someone forced it to go this way. It didn't have to go this way, but it did. Now, this may indicate that you're nearing the end of a very long, tiresome, endless journey. And hooray, it's finally almost over. And you get to make sure that you're not making any unnecessary work for yourself. You aren't going to get extra credit points here. So just do whatever is necessary to get it done and move on. Notice the key word, you're not going to get any extra credit points. You're not going to get points for being the best mom in the world. You're not going to get points for being the coolest dad ever. You're not going to get points for being supportive 9 months out of a 12-month year. you're not going to get those points. Okay. It is what it is. It's not going to go in your favor. Accept it. Rip off the Band-Aid. It is what it is. Take the hit. At least you didn't lose everything, and let's keep moving. It's a very painful, emotional season, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to be kind of lonely, and you're going to be doing some soul searching because you're going to wonder why the universe is treating you unfairly, and you're going to feel like everything's out to get you, everyone's out to get you. But this is something that you need to do to wake up and kind of just be reborn as the Fool. You need to have a new set of beliefs and a new set of ways that you do things. This is just the fresh start that's inevitable. Okay? We're going to leave that alone there, Virgo. There you go. So, thank you. Next, we are at 46 minutes. And we're going to get into Libra. Yay! Where's my Libras? Oop, there's the hair there. Where is the Libras in the room? All right, Spirit, guide and direct these cards. Show us the energy for Libra. Libra, honey, if you're looking for a love reading, if you're looking for some action, if you want to know what's happening in your life and you want it personal and direct, please go to my website, jks1111.com. I need your donation. I need you to go ahead and order something small. We have readings from 5 minutes up to 45 minutes. We can meet one-on-one, face-to-face. We can do a reading and get you some answers. Okay? Spirit, guide and direct me. What does Libra need to know behind the scenes? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Libra. Gosh, why is everything in reverse for you? What the heck? Okay, man, I thought I was gonna get a good reading for Libra. Okay, we're just gonna go with this, okay? Number one, I'm hearing let it go. Just let it go. You're about to lose some money. And it is what it is. The cards have been dealt. The move was played. You know, someone took initiation and they just made the play. They made the move, and it's like, it's too late. We can't go back in time and make a different choice. The choices that you made, Libra, you made. What you said, you said. What you did. And the price, the cost, it's due. It is due. And it's kind of years this has been kind of building up. You've kind of taken your eye off the ball, and I feel like you let other people take charge. You might have let someone take charge in a relationship. They didn't manage your money right. They didn't manage the relationship right. You made bad choices. You gave it up to them. Now we have losses here. It could be financially. You invested with someone. You trusted someone with your money, and they invested in the wrong stock. They invested wrongly. They did something wrong with your money, and it's gone. And you wish you could go back and change that one decision that you made, and you're like, I can't. I invested in the wrong one. Oh, this is terrible. But it's not over. Death is in the reverse. You know, you're going to get another chance. I do. I think you're going to get another chance. Don't be too greedy. Don't be too miserly. If you're fighting over pennies on the dollar, if you're bickering over this charge and that charge, and it's like mediocre, it's ridiculous. The advice is don't fight. When reversed, the Four of Pentacles definitely indicates somebody being unkind, greedy, and miserly. And maybe it's you. Whatever the situation is, a healthy, resilient attitude is bordering on stinginess. At this time, someone's being selfish. And think about ways to be more flexible and open. Remember, sometimes we need to spend money to make money. Okay, so you have to invest. You're going to have to spend it to make it. For some of you, you're going to have to invest way more than you thought you would initially have to invest. This is like paying $600,000 for a property that you thought you would only have to pay $500 for. And they're like, nope, it's actually more. And you're just like, no, that sounds like I'm being robbed. It sounds awful. But they're like, hey, you know, the interest rate is 2%. You're not going to get that anywhere else. Or there's a lot of investment in this property. There's a lot of potential. You know, if you invest now, in about 3 or 4 years, it's going to pay off and you could get back $100,000 or $200,000. You know, you can get back what you put in. So it's like, don't feel like you're being robbed here. Just, it is what it is. And mostly because someone's been stingy and they didn't want to invest the money when they could have. It's like they didn't want to put in the carpet when they could have. They didn't want to put in the appliances when they could have. They didn't want to pay out a payoff when they could have. They could have saved money earlier, but now it's expensive. Now we got to pay up, and it's because of stinginess, cheapness, like, you know what I mean? Like just being cheap. You know what I mean? And maybe even being selfish and miserly. But it's like, come on, Libra. You can't be cheap and miserly all your life. Come on. So we're looking at here the Seven of Pentacles to follow for like the general consensus of the situation. And it's not time to sit around and do nothing. You've come too far, okay? You're too invested. It's come too far. Maybe you didn't get what you wanted out of the deal. Maybe you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, and it's definitely not paying off like you thought it would, but with a little more effort and a little bit more work, this will pay off in time. It's not dead, and that's why I think death is in reverse. It's not a dead deal. It's not a dead situation. It just needs more work. It needs more time, and it needs more work. When death comes reversed, it shows that you might be resisting the necessary, inevitable, have-to-do situation. And if you're grieving over the loss of your money, grieving over the loss of what was, what should have been chosen, what could have been done, don't. Don't prolong your suffering by just wallowing in self-pity that we have to pay the piper for something that is overpriced, that we feel is overpriced or overdone. You know, because the truth is, you didn't put in the work, you didn't put in the investment you should have. Listen, I hear you. Honestly, what I'm hearing is like, but I invested in stocks, but I invested in insurance, but I invested in this house. I should have a bigger payoff. This isn't fair. And the universe is like, hold on. Let's review the books. What did you actually put in? Because Joe over here put in $300,000 of investment into this. They get a little bit bigger of a payoff. Same amount of time as you've been involved, but they invested. You invested $28,000 or $30,000. Or $50,000. You didn't really invest what they did, but you want a payoff that's expansive. This is like unjust enrichment. You cannot justly enrich yourself when you didn't put in the work. Like somebody else invested. Okay, this is somebody else invested. You don't want to see that. You don't want to own that. But that's the truth. And so the payoff is what it is. Now you have to get back to work. You're going to have to reinvest. You're going to have to spend more years and more time, more money, more energy. And it will pay off later. But you just don't get the reward right now. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of hearing. It's just, wow, this is a complete waste of time. I didn't see this coming. Okay, so it's not a waste is what I'm hearing. So if this is a relationship and it's not monetary, say this isn't money, let's look at it in a relationship terms. You put in minimal in this marriage or this relationship, Libra. You put in very minimal and you didn't work really hard at it. And your partner, they worked, they sacrificed, they brought money to the table, they brought kids to the table, they brought credit to the table, they brought so many things to the table, and you brought minimal. Now they want you to step up. Now they want you to go to counseling, get 2 jobs, like really go above and beyond, and they just want to sit back. And you're just like, that's not fair. Why aren't you going to do what I'm doing? Why are you telling me to do all this, but you're not willing to do it either? And they're like, hey, I already brought it. I already brought to the table. You didn't. It's your turn. You're going to have to bring to the table what I did. And now I get to sit back and relax because what you're doing is not fair. If you want this relationship, if you want to save it, then you're going to have to work 10 times harder than me. You're going to have to do what I did for years. And you're going to have to show me you want it. Otherwise, I'm gone. And I'm not going to put anything into it. This is not a 50-50 anymore. Or, you know, an 80-20 anymore. This is, you're going to do the 80, I'm going to do the 20, and I'm going to see if it's worth hanging around. So yeah, there's an ultimatum here, one or the other. Let's get your oracle. Give me a message for Libra behind the scenes. Dun, 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 dun. Keep in mind, all this could be reversed. Just play it how it needs to be played. You have the King of Wands in the reverse. Shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. So why is it in reverse for you? You don't get to be the King of Wands. You don't get to be King SHIT. You know, you get a little humility here. When you get the King of Wands in reverse in this deck, this could be the kind of person who's their own worst enemy. There are so many challenges they can't overcome because they want so badly to do it all on their own free time, their own way. You know, they don't want to deal with the challenges because they want to take all the credit. They want to have all the gain, right? They want to have all the gain. They don't want to share. I don't want to share the gain. There's somebody here, Libra, that doesn't want to share. And if they want to get anything done, then they need to be willing to ask for help, or they need to be willing to take responsibility nicely and get a better outcome. But honestly, this is just a pushy, bossy, controlling situation where it's like, I unfairly want more than I deserve. And Libra, this could be you that's being this bad guy, or it could be someone you're dealing with. But this is completely unfair. And are they asking more than they deserve? Yeah, they're asking for more than they deserve. Someone is. And it's not fair. And if they want to fix anything, they're going to have to take full accountability and responsibility and do all of it now. And that's it. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. All right. So thank you, Libra. All right, so now 60 minutes about, let me get a drink. We got Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. 59 minutes and 50 seconds. Scorpio, welcome to my channel, JKS1111. I am so happy you're here. let's get into what fate has in store for you. What is going on behind the scenes for Scorpio? We're going to take a look into a little divination tool we like to call tarot, just to give some insight, some depth to your situation. What is it you need to know, Scorpio? Scorpio, if you want something personal with me, please go to my website. It's in the description below, and you're welcome to order some time with me. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Two of Wands in the reverse. Show me Scorpio. Seven of Cups in the upright. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. Scorpio, honestly, what I'm feeling is you're going to have to step up and make something right. I'm sorry, Scorpio. I really feel like you did something wrong here. It could be reversed. Maybe someone did you wrong. Take it how it resonates. But someone here did something really wrong. They did a bad action. They did something, okay? It was physical. It created a loss. It created some problems. And it was the wrong choice. It was the wrong thing to do. The only thing you can do now is figure out some creative way to make it up to someone that you already love, that you care very much about, and they care about you. But they need to know you're sorry. They need to know you care. You cannot give them the silent treatment. Stop being shut down, closed off, numb, silent. You're refusing to give this person an apology. But an apology is what's needed. I need you to search your heart with the moon card here. Search through the depths of you. And you're going to have to write an apology, or you're going to have to like eat some humble pie here and speak up and make up with this person that you did dirty. And like I said, it could be reversed. Maybe someone did you dirty. But listen, Scorpio, whoever got done dirty, someone's got to be humiliated and be humbled because they got some owning up to do. So, And I'll tell you the truth, when that Page of Pentacles shows up in reverse, someone is reluctant to do the work, to put in the effort required to make this successful. They lack commitment, they're putting it off, they're avoiding it, or they're obsessing over the details, buying time, and they're creating a stuckness. That's what that represents. It's like, I don't want to put in the work. No, I'm going to sit here and hash out the details some more. I'm going to beat the dead horse. I'm not going to do anything like that. No way. I'm not going to, there's got to be another option. There's no other option. Like, stop asking for more options. The person you're dealing with does not feel the same about whatever's going on the way that you feel. They just don't. They don't see it that way. They have a different agenda. They have a different point of view. They have a different everything. And whatever you thought was going for you, whatever you thought, oh, I'm going to retire at this age, or I'm going to go on this trip, or I'm going to go marry this person, and we're going to have this kind of a life. Halt. Stop. Plans ruined. Plans canceled. You are not going to have what you wanted to have. It's just not going to play out that way. Get back to the drawing board, Seven of Cups. You're going to have to get creative because your past is going to come back to haunt you. That's what this is all about. The past comes back to haunt Scorpio. And keep in mind, this could be reversible, but that's what's really going on. Making connections, making plans, it's very difficult at this time. There's a stone cold no. And you have to be careful what you wish for. You had your eyes window shopping on some future that wasn't even real. You had some dream, some vision that was completely unrealistic. And you didn't look at the truth. And the devil is in the details. And there's something you missed. There's some kind of paperwork. There's some kind of just obvious truth. And it was overlooked. And your head was way into the clouds. You just thought you had your hand on everything. You're like, I have my control in this situation. I have my hand over here, and I've got it all figured out. And the universe is like, no, you didn't actually. The rug is going to be pulled out from under you. And there's no escaping it with the Eight of Swords. It's just inescapable. And don't make this worse than it is. You know, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Oh, this is the end of the world. This is the worst thing in the world. No, it's not. Things could be a lot worse. A lot worse. So count your blessings because it could be worse. That's what I'm hearing. Take some constructive criticism. Take a humble, you're not always right. You know, take you made a bad choice. Just accept it. We're all making bad choices sometimes. And answer for it, you know. Heal. Find some harmony and balance. Whoever you did dirty or whatever was wrong here, they want to make it better. They're hoping that you make better choices to mend the pain and the suffering and the frustration. Like, they're like, I hope you can come back from this. I hope we can recover. But it has to come from you. If you don't want it, then we're not going to do it. So what is the oracle now for Scorpio? Spirit, guide and direct for Scorpio. We have here the Seven of Swords. And look, she's trying to smash a spider. Total Scorpio card. Are your actions really as selfless as you think? I repeat, and I'm going to whisper that because I think that's super telling for Scorpio. Are your Scorpion actions really as selfless as you think? See, Scorpio, you thought you were doing something for the right reason. You thought you were doing the right thing. You thought those choices you made about taking care of yourself, choosing you over everyone, looking out for me, myself, and Irene, or looking out for just you and your spouse alone and nobody else. Looking out for your best interest. It's your time, it's go time, it's me time, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's where you went wrong. That was the mistake. You thought that you deserved it. You thought, yep, I deserve that. I deserve all of that. I'm taking it. And you thought it was the right thing to do. There was some part of you that thought, this is just, this is fair. This is righteous. I'm not a thief. I'm not a crook. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a, selfish prick. No way. I'm doing what's right for me and myself and my own. But somehow making those decisions affected other people. And that's Six of Cups. It affected your children, or it affected your grandchildren, or it affected your lover. Or just affected someone unrelated to you, but it hurt them. And you have to answer to that because everyone has a family. Everyone has a karma. Everyone has something. And as you think you're protecting yourself, you're hurting someone else's path. So Seven of Swords is like there's more information, there's more to this than meets the eye, and you jumped to the conclusion, you jumped to the gun, and you made assumptions based on a bunch of clouds and fluff that wasn't even real. You assumed, and you know what they say about the word assume. Be careful to assume, because sometimes you make an ASS out of you and someone else. And you made an ASS out of you. And this was a bad decision. And the Seven of Swords says this in your oracle. Message from the universe here. No creepy critters in this house, the witch says, going in for the kill. Let's hope she doesn't follow through. Spiders are very beneficial to have in one's home, as they help rid it of much more damaging pests. You're being called to ask yourself, is it necessary to be sneaky and cruel to get what you want? I repeat, Scorpio, is it necessary for you to be sneaky and cruel and insensitive and do something behind somebody else's back? Do some kind of backhanded, sneaky, underhanded move to maneuver yourself in a position of power. Take our witch here, for example. Killing a scary but ultimately harmless spider might be the most convenient thing to do right now in the moment, but wouldn't it be better to just move it to another room if it bothers her that much? Or outside. That way she doesn't end up feeling guilty and the spider can do its job for her. You see, when you avoid harming others as much as possible, everyone wins. And I think what went wrong here, Scorpio, is you didn't avoid that. You hurt someone in the process, and you thought you did it for what was best for you, but really you hurt them, and it trickled down, and it ended up hurting you ultimately in the end. And you shouldn't have been cruel. You shouldn't have made a harsh move in the name of selfishness. And you withheld money, or you withheld an object from someone, and that was your choice, and you made it with another partner. Two of Wands. You made this choice with someone, and you guys made this choice thinking it was best for you, and it would bring more riches, it would bring more growth, it would bring more security, and you disregarded the whole emotions of the whole thing, and how this would affect the ones you love, and how this karma would come back to bite you. And now you're stuck, stressed and worried. Eight of Swords. What did I do? Now you're stuck with your hands behind your back, and you're not allowed to speak up. You're not allowed to defend yourself. The deed is done, and we can't go backwards and pretend like it didn't happen. It did happen. And the words were said. There's words that have been said you wish were never said, but they were said. And to be honest, you haven't really made an apology about it. There's something about arrogance and pride with the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Cups in reverse. You need to search your heart and dig up the truth that you know is sitting inside of you, and be honest. King of Swords is all about being honest, because the truth will come out whether you like it or not. And there's some kind of secrets that are about to be revealed by a lawyer, by a boss, by someone in control or power or authority, or just facts are about to be revealed, and it's not going to go in your favor. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. It will not happen in good terms for you, Scorpio. It's going to go in someone else's pocket, not yours. So I don't know. I don't know if that's you or what's going on. Keep in mind it could reverse, but that's what I got. So that's what I got, Scorpio, and I hope that you make a good choice. I don't know. I hope that you've got Seven of Cups right now. So you have a chance to make a better choice. And I hope you do. Because if not, you're going to pay the price. A very steep price. All right, thank you so much. So let me get a drink here. Now we're going to go on to Sagittarius. Welcome, Sagittarius. 75 minutes, 17 seconds, whatever that is. We're going to dive into your behind-the-scenes fate. What is happening behind the scenes that you need to know? Okay, this is your fate unrolling in front of you every day. You don't know what's going to happen till it happens. It's just, it's destiny. It's karma. It's fate. But what is it that you need to know about why things are happening the way they're happening and what lies ahead for you? Because the spirit realm sees all. They already know your future. You know your future. You just have to tap into it. And that's why we're using the art of tarot, a divination tool, to get these clear answers. So let's go ahead and dive into Sag. If you're looking for something personal, Sag, please go to my website, jks1111.com. Purchase something private with me. We'll do a one-on-one, and I'll get some real clarity for you. Spirit, guide and direct us with these cards. Show us the truth. What is it that Sagittarius needs to know about their fate? Well, you got two all at once. A lot's happening all at once. I feel like things are just unraveling faster than you thought they would come. Fast. Some unexpected news is about to come for you. You don't have to do much. Wow, what? Oh. Wow. This is the story of Moses, like Joseph, whatever that story is, the Prince of Egypt. The boy that had all these siblings, all these brothers, right? And he was left for dead and sold into slavery and taken hostage. And he became the Prince of Egypt. He got put in the right position at the right time, in the right moment. Why? Because that was his fate. It's a I got goosebumps. Very spiritual message. You have a very long past life. You might even date back to those days. Like your lives, a lot of past lives. But that story in particular is going to hit home because he went through being blessed as the youngest son and just adored by his parents and mistreated by his own siblings, and the torment that he went through and the torture. And then he got blessed again. And it's like up and down for him, right? And then he's the prince and he's spoiled and he's got all this stuff. And then he gets tortured again in some sense because now God wants him. And he's like, you will be my hero, basically. You're going to free the slaves from Egypt because you know what it feels like to be a slave. You know what it feels like to starve, to hunger, to be desperate, to be hopeless. So I'm going to use you to help them. This is a very beautiful message here about power and authority. And heavy is the head that wears the crown, but also the leader has to be willing to carry the pain and the pressure for others. And I definitely get that sense here with the King of Wands and the Ten of Wands. And this is a very heavy crown to carry. You are carrying a burden that no one else is carrying. You have the weight of the world on your shoulders. You are being responsible for many other people than yourself. These are lessons, but they're also blessings. You carry this burden for others because you are strong enough. You carry this burden for others because you are going to be blessed with enough money, with enough health, with enough wisdom. You're so blessed and your cup is overflowing that you are able to do it. And you're also a very good judge, and you're a very good judge of character, and you're very wise, and you judge very carefully, meticulously. You weigh the pros and you weigh the cons, and you look at the overall picture for everyone, and you make these choices and these judgments based on what's best for the collective, best for the group, best for more than just one. You know, you're thinking for more than just yourself. And so there's this responsibility. I love it. And you're going to rejoice. And oh my God, you're going to rejoice. You're going to celebrate. You're going to relish in the land of milk and honey because you are giving. And the one that gives gathers. The one that caretakes is given much because you have the responsibility to caretake. Spirit, source, creator, the universe, the wealth, the abundance in the universe doesn't fall in the laps of people that are irresponsible, selfish, miserly, hateful, careless, ignorant. Abundance does not come to those. They don't know how to handle abundance or wealth. They don't know how to invest. Look at the poor in many different cities across the countries. And you see people that get like their tax returns, or they get a big check from like an insurance claim or something. And instead of investing in a house or education or business, they go straight to the stores and they burn all their money. They buy jewelry. They buy name brand things. They buy cell phones. They blow it. You see, that's what careless people do. Those people are not investing for their future. And they think they're doing right. They think, oh, well, I'm buying clothes for my kids. I'm buying jewelry. I'm buying, nice things for myself. Self-love, self-care. They think short-term, short-minded. They don't think, if I love my children, I'll invest in an education and get a better job. If I invest in their education, they're going to have a better future. If I invest in a house, we're going to have a better place to live. And maybe grandma could come live with us. And her money will attribute to our overall abundance as a family. They're not thinking big. So what I feel, Saggy, is you're thinking big. And boy, is blessings going to come to you, Sag, Queen of Pentacles. You are wise to receive this gift and invest. Three of Pentacles. Ooh, the cup that overflows. Constant message for you, Sag. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups. Oh boy, are you making good decisions, Two of Wands. Your cup is going to be overflowing. Pressed down, shaken, stirred, and just continuously overflowing. You are making very good choices. Very, very, very wise choices. And you're going to be blessed financially is what I'm seeing for Sag. And the best news that you're going to hear out of this awesome reading, even though you've been given much responsibility and it's a freaking burden, you don't have to do anything. This money is going to come to you because it's an inheritance. It's due to you karmically. It's a payoff. It's an overflowing, okay? The Eight of Wands in reverse to me is it just happens. It just happens. You don't have to fight for it. To clarify that, though, there's something you've been struggling with, and it's anxiety, and it could even be a lot of it I feel is anxiety, but panic attacks, anxiety attacks, high level stress, headaches, migraines, body aches. You feel like you're stuck. This is a very stuck vibe. And a lot of leaders, a lot of people in charge, they feel stuck because they are not free to go do whatever they want because there's a lot of dependence. There's a lot of plans that you had for yourself. This could be travel, marriage. There's just a lot of individual plans that are messed with right now. And there's things being canceled. People have let you down. People did not do what they said they were going to do. People that said they were going to chip in. People that said they were going to help. People that said, I honor this contract. I honor this thing. I'm going to do this thing. They didn't. The energy overall feels like you've wasted your time on people that gave you a lot of promises, a lot of puff, no delivery. And so there is this level of frustration like, wow, you didn't keep your end of the bargain. And here I am taking responsibility for what you failed. I want you to hang in there because you're going to find peace and you're going to get grounded. You are the key to everything. The answers will be unlocked. Keep meditating. You're very good at this, Sag, because Jupiter rules you. Keep meditating. Keep asking for clarity and guidance. Yes, people are going to disappoint you, and they're younger and more immature than you, but you're going to come ahead. Right now, it's heavy. And you're picking up the slack for other people. You are picking up the slack. And boy, it's heavy. It's almost over. It's almost over, Sag. You're going to get that beautiful abundance. You're not going to hurt. You're not going to hurt. You're not going to hurt for money. You're not going to hurt for time. Keep putting in that work, baby. You're going to get more than what you wanted in a good way. What is the message for Sag, please? Oh, my. We just spoke about the double in these short, tiny little readings when you get a double. Ooh, boy, it's on point. You got the Nine of Pentacles twice. That's not by accident. That is a message from the universe. Pause, Sag, and savor the results of your success, your sacrifice, and your hard work. Look at that. She's just chilling. She's like, yep, I don't have to do anything. Call me lazy, call me selfish, call me this, call me that. Say whatever you want to say about me. I know the work I put in. I know the sacrifices I made. I know how it hurt me. I know. So now that I'm sitting in the throne of authority and I get what I want and you don't, and I relish in abundance, don't hate. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Right? Okay. So yeah, Sag is going to get some serious abundance financially here very soon. And you know, just for the record too, though, Sag, I see a lot of singleness for you. Okay. I'm going to keep it 100. I definitely see singleness for Sag. There's a reason to your singleness because people take advantage of you. So if you find yourself single, Sag, good riddance. Better to be single than to be used and abused. Okay, so anyways, this oracle says to you, I don't know if I can really afford to lounge about right now. The witch begins to say, but you can bet your sweet apples that I'm going to do it anyway. If you pull the Nine of Pentacles card, then you've managed to grow a lush green forest of success around yourself. Perhaps even an entrepreneur or a freelancer or just an overall independent baddie who doesn't need a boss to tell you how it needs to be done. Stop to thoroughly enjoy the fruits of your labor as much as you possibly can. Otherwise, what's the point of all this hard work in the first place? Exactly, Sag. That's what I thought. Now go and lay in your hammock and don't think about anything too serious or money related. Your money worries are soon to come to an end. Ooh, Sag. Take a nice slice of this beautiful gift. This is awesome. Sag is very blessed. You know, Sag is the sign of luck. The house of luck, the 9th house, and you're about to be blessed big time. Kind of cool. But there you go. Sag got the baddie reading. All right, so now I'm at 91 minutes and 40 seconds, whatever that is in real time. We'll figure it out later. Timestamps will be there. We're going to get into Capricorn. Capricorn, what is behind the scenes for you? What does this beautiful divination tool, tarot, want to reveal for Capricorn? Spirit, guide and direct these cards. Show us the truth for Capricorn. And Capricorn, keep in mind, if you want something personal and you want to meet with me one-on-one, you want a direct message, face-to-face, please go to my website and order a personal and private video. We'll meet in person. You can record it and get some serious answers. I have readings for as small as 5 minutes up to 45 minutes. So you can just pick your pleasure and whatever's affordable for you. Also, if you're unsure about your placements, I specifically read these cards based on rising ascendants. Now, I study Vedic sidereal. If you're not familiar with that, check it out. But I also do tropical. If you want to do a one-on-one, I'll do tropical. But Vedic sidereal astrology is what I use. Lahiri Ayanamsha. If you want more information on your Vedic chart, you can order that also from my website. I will deliver your chart and read your chart to you and let you know what it means for you. All right, so let's take a look. Capricorn, Capricorn. Spirit guide, use these cards to tell a message of truth for what Capricorn needs to know behind the scenes. Decisions. Your decisions are very important right now. What you do has prolonged consequences or results. Yeah. Your hard work, your investment of time and energy and focus. You need to be careful what you choose to put into. Knight of Swords. Big decision coming up. 6 of Swords, bottom of the deck. I love it. Ooh, you're going to celebrate. You're about to embark on something, and it's worth it. it comes at a cost. You're investing in something, and the cost is leaving the old you behind. You're never going to be the same, Capricorn. There's an event that's about to take place. A huge event. And you've been working on this. You've been working on it. You've been growing, maturing, expanding your business or expanding your family or expanding your mind with education. But your choices have lasting effects. And what you've been investing into very quickly is about to pay off. And you're going to have to move on from your past life. There's a lot of dreams, people, wishes, all kinds of things that they're going to have to go. These are things that you're used to doing, and you've been consistent, and you did this like every week, or you did it all the time, or it was just a thing for you. Maybe it was just habits. Habits are about to change. Okay, something better is coming for your family. You might be getting married. You might be welcoming a new addition to the family. You might be connecting with family that you haven't seen in a long time. You might have to forgive and make amends with family. But family life is going to be improved. King of Cups. The only difference is, and here you are, Capricorn, you're going to have to be very protective over your children or your family. And you're going to be very protective over who you let in your family, in your inner circle, and who you let around you, but also your habits. You're going to be very protective and mindful of your own habits and how your own habits could affect this new family, this new addition, this new job, this new whatever this is. But it's happiness, and it's worth protecting. And protect you will, Cappy. Oh, yes. And your investments will pay off. But there's this energy of be careful. There's a few warnings that come into play in this reading. Number one, don't be greedy. Don't ever be greedy. Number two, have a good relationship with money. Don't be in a lack mentality or a broke mentality or a, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have enough money for that. We don't have enough money for this. I can't afford that. We won't spend on this. You know, be careful about your words and the energy you send to money, because money, and that's why the devil is here, money provides, money protects. Money can be a curse, but a blessing. It depends on how you treat it and how you view it. You don't want to become greedy and let money take over your life towards money, 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 everything. But you also don't want to be the opposite. And that's why that Two of Pentacles is there, because the opposite is obviously, I don't care about money. Money's nothing to me. Money has its place. And Capricorn, you're all about making money. You are the 10th house of work, career, okay, and gains. You are all about that. So there needs to be a balance, a healthy balance. Do not go tipping one way or the other in any big favor. You need balance. But if you're worried that you're not going to have enough to provide, you will. But there's a message here also. Something is going to take some time before you have a great gain, because I saw the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, and this is your card. Family is upside down, and house and home is upside down. And a warning is you need forgiveness. If you want to turn this around, you're going to have to forgive. Make peace, not war. Also, if you want a big investment, you need to invest wisely. Don't be miserly. Don't be a know-it-all. I know everything. I need no advice. Take advice. There's a seer, King of Cups, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, that can help guide you through some of your issues. This could be just a counselor, a mediator, a healer, a therapist, but there's somebody that can help guide you through some childhood issues so you can have a new beginning. But it is time to move on from fighting and arguing. Don't invest time and energy into the fights. Focus on the good, move into the family, and create life with people that love you. Don't fight the battles for the people that don't love you. You know, this is in other words, don't waste your time at the office 24/7 because they don't care what happens to you if something happened to you. Your family does. And don't waste your time on family that could care less about you, that is only acting like they care for you because they want some kind of money from you, or acting like they care about you because you're married to their brother, or you're married to their sister, or you're married to their son or their daughter. And, you know, there's some kind of an investment that they have to make if they want a relationship with that person or your children. You know, it's like, don't invest your time just for their own gain. You know, you have to be a wise steward. And I don't know. There's a decision coming up in about 2 weeks. And you better know where you're going to put your money because it involves money. Your investment about getting the job done and the quality of work you're doing is necessary to build healthy relationships. Make sure you do your fair part. Don't take advantage of anybody. You know, if you make a mess, clean up after yourself. If you created some movement, take part. If someone needs help, help. You know, this is like, it's an investment for your future, not just them. Don't be selfish. What you're doing now is going to build the relationships that you have. The Eight of Pentacles in the upright encourages you to keep going. And you're doing a good job, and you will reap the rewards. If you've been putting some decisions out there that leads to a gain, a financial gain, and you've been putting time and energy and money into something that's going to lead to more, you're going to get it. This is a yes, you're going to get your gains. You're going to get more. And you're going to leave hard times for good times. You're going to leave pain and sadness and suffering for real happiness. Quiet! You're going to receive you're going to receive a message, and don't rush in to a quick signing of a contract or a quick gain. It's like, oh yeah, just sign it, be done. Don't jump the gun and sign the first offer. Think about it. Counter offer it. Play your hand well. Think the consequences through. Don't just say, oh, that's enough. We'll take it. What about long term? Is it really enough? Is it really fair? Is it a good offer for the long term, or is it just a good offer for right now? You need to be more responsible and think more long term about you and your family, or just you and the ones you love, or you and your own personal happiness. You need to make good decisions and do not rush your decisions. If you do things too quick, you will resent that later. Think it through. Be ready for action, do your research, and make sure you're fully informed before deciding. A bold and confident approach is needed. But this message that's coming in is good, and it's going to help you move on, and you're going to be happy. So I expect an offer or a message of freedom that's about to come in, and it's going to cut you free from the burdens you've been feeling, and you finally get to go into a happy period of your life. This is all going to go down in about 2 weeks. The person you're dealing with thought they had you by the BALLS. But you're gonna give somebody a shock attack. Somebody thought they had you by the balls. They really did. And you're gonna show them, Knight of Swords, you don't. You don't have me like you thought you had me. And you're gonna move on from them. I feel like somebody's about to lose you. And it could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could be a friend, or a family, or a lover. But I feel like somebody thinks you serve them, you do everything for them, but they're about to learn a very cruel lesson that you don't. And you're going to cut yourself free from them because you've been putting time and energy into something that's going to pay off, and you don't need them anymore. And what is your oracle? So I'm getting a message about your business or your career. The Hierophant. Tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. Reverse. You're leaving your traditions, your traditional way of doing business, and you're about to launch something that you've been working on. There's going to be some new information or a new quick decision that comes in that could change the fate of your business. But I think if you listen to your gut on this, that it's going to lead you to happiness, but you have to trust your instincts. Don't do like what AI tells you to do. Don't do what friends tell you to do. Do what your gut tells you to do. You need to trust your own independent intuition. Pull cards on yourself if you need to, because this is a time where Capricorn knows what's best for Capricorn. I also feel at the same time there's a partnership that's going to help you benefit. And it could be with an air sign that you're going to partner in business with. Okay, that was just an additional message. Let's see the Hierophant. Okay, it says you stumble into a local shop owned by a wise witch. She's more than happy to help new and aspiring practitioners find their way. And sometimes in this overwhelming world of the craft, she offers good advice. She offers you the same advice. But when it's reversed, you may be following a path that is expected of you. But nobody except you can possibly know what will make you the happiest. Make the decisions that feel the most authentic to you. Pay no mind to what your spouse, friends, family, or other people have to say about why you do what you do. That's it. Yeah, you're going to have to move on from what people say. It looks like you've been people-pleasing, Capricorn, for so long. Like, I'll do what you want. I'll do this. I'll do that. It's not you. You are breaking free, absolutely, Six of Swords, into happiness, freedom, and your most authentic self is finally here. You faced your own demons. You faced your own captors, if you will, and you're going to protect yourself now. You've got some healthy boundaries. And I feel like good decisions will be made, long-term investments will be made, and you're going to flourish because you've broken free from the norm, traditions, or people that had control over you. No one's going to have control over you anymore. So that's what I got. All right, so now 110 minutes. Well, basically 111 minutes. We're going to get into Aquarius. And isn't that cool? 111, and you are the 11th house. That's so cool. Spirit, guide and direct me with these cards and show me the truth. What does Aquarius need to know? What's behind the scenes for Aquarius? Aquarius, if you're looking for a personal message with me, please go to my website, order something super affordable, all the way from 5 minutes to 45 minutes. You can have a personal with me. All right. And check your astrology. I also provide that if you're not sure of your placements. I do follow Vedic sidereal here on this channel. Most all these readings are going to really resonate with your rising ascendant, but you can follow it from whatever perspective you feel best fits you at this time. So here we have the King of Cups in the reverse. Two of Swords in the upright. Four of Cups, upright. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, Aquarius, you're so Saturn ruled. You just work and work and work. You work hard. You work long hours. You're going on a burnout. This is a very burned out individual, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and you are refusing to make hard decisions about self-love. It's easy for you to make hard decisions for others. Oh, you'll sacrifice your time, your energy, your body for anyone else that you care about. You will sacrifice. You'll put in the work. You'll make night turn into day for them. You will make it happen. You'll find one way or the other to make sure that this gets paid for, or that's taken care of, or they have what they need. You'll find one way or the other to make it happen. But when it comes to you, there's this kind of energy of you're not worth it. Why is that? Why the guilt? Why the self-harm, the self-hate, the I'm not important, everybody else is? What is this? Is this an altruistic state of mind you were taught to believe? Well, what I'm hearing is you are worth it. You deserve meditative peace. You deserve calm. You deserve pleasure. You deserve rest. You deserve quiet. You deserve so many good things, and you don't always have to sacrifice. If you're not happy at your job, or you're not happy sacrificing something for others, it's okay to say no. And I'm really hearing that here in this reading is it's okay to say no. Two of Cups, Nine of Cups, Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, Ten of Cups. There's a relationship that you're leaving. And the best relationship that you're going to have, I'm going to keep it real, is with yourself. I think you're going to feel so much better being single than ever being with anybody. There's perks, there's pros, there's cons to being with someone. But there's a lot of perks and pros and good things about being on your own. And so I'm really feeling like this is just a time of healing and peace. And I think that you're recovering from a relationship where you always put this person first and they always put you last. You would sacrifice anything for them. Anything. Your time, your commitments, your money, your body. You sacrificed anything for them. You even did the most uncomfortable things for them. But they wouldn't push the envelope for you. They just wouldn't. They wouldn't. It was always about them. So Aquarius says, it's about me now. And Aquarius, your mind is heavily right now on yourself, and it's not selfish. You have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Someone has been very selfish with you and they didn't consider you, to be honest. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit. Yep, in reverse. It's just never been about you, has it? Never been about you. Well, you feel bad that it's going to be about you, but that's what it's going to be. This air sign really took advantage of you and played you for a fool and played you literally with somebody else. And I definitely get some sensing of two-faced. Somebody's not who they said they were. When you get the Seven of Swords in reverse, it says here, Aquarius, you told yourself you were doing something out of self-love, when actually you were doing it out of selfishness. And that's becoming obvious to everyone. Now, I think this is reversed. I think someone told themselves they were doing something out of self-love, but actually they were being selfish. And that's becoming very obvious to you, Aquarius. It's not too late to change course, so make sure your actions are aligning with your ethics. Sure, it could be Aquarius that's been selfish, but it also may be someone Aquarius is dealing with. Keep in mind this is reversible. But someone's going to pay for hurting and rejecting someone that was just stable and always there. Someone decided to not appreciate a great amount of love when they had it. And you know what? Now that person is going to love themselves more than they ever loved this relationship. And it's for the better. And that, I think it's an air sign, is going to be rushing in to fix it and try to salvage this relationship. But I think someone's going to be so happy single, they might turn them down. However, I in the cards see a reunion. A reunion and a reconciliation down the road with this person after self-love and healthy boundaries come up. But this person is going to realize they were the problem. And honestly, Aquarius, I see somebody working really hard to make amends in this relationship. And they're happy to see you caring for yourself. They're happy to see that respect. And I see that they're going to come back and try to make things right. So however you got done dirty, Aquarius, and whoever this dirty person was, they thought they were doing the right thing. They're going to have a wake-up call, believe me, and they're going to realize, uh-oh, that was very selfish. It was the wrong thing to do. Aquarius didn't deserve that. Aquarius just didn't deserve it at all. I really want to fix that and mend that relationship. I don't want to damage it. I do think you're going to reject them for a period of time. You're going to be kind of angry because let's face it, Saturn rules you, Aquarius. You're not a fool. And when someone hurts you, you're harsh, you know? So I think there will be some rejection from them at first, but eventually down the road, and it could be way down the road, but I do see some healing in this relationship. So enjoy this time off. Enjoy putting into you now, because you are now depositing time and energy into your own cup. And I'm really glad to hear that, Aquarius. All right. I hope I gave you the clarity and answers you needed to know behind the scenes. All right. So now we're going to dive into Pisces. So we're at 120 minutes and 45 seconds. We'll just go ahead and say 121 minutes. And I don't know what that is in real time. We'll have to timestamp this later by hour and minute, but I know that's like 2 hours and 1 minute for Pisces. All right, Pisces, welcome to my channel. If you're looking for something personal, more tailor fit to you, please go to my website. Order a private consultation for your astrological chart or a personal private tarot and oracle message. It's super affordable. I have anything ranging from 5 minutes to 45 minutes. Pick your pleasure and let's meet up face to face. Let's get your reading done. All right, Pisces, but for now, this is your Pisces message of what's behind the scenes. What is fate wanting to show you behind the scenes, Pisces? Spirit, please guide and direct me for Pisces. Behind the scenes. King of Pentacles, Pisces. Oh. Knight of Cups in the reverse, and one card fell. However I pick it up, I'll call it. Aha, 2 of Wands in the upright. Bottom of the deck is the Lover's card. In a nutshell, Pisces, someone gave up on you. Someone turned their back on you, and you loved them, and you were there for them, and you were good to them, solid, loyal. But they didn't value you. And there's that saying that goes like, if people don't value your presence, give them your absence. You know, and I kind of get that feeling here. And you're just like, you didn't value me when you had me. I gave you everything. I was there. I was everything you needed, everything you wanted, and it wasn't good enough for you. So I made my own choices, 2 of Wands. I got up, and I found somebody new. I found a new partner or a new way in life. I found my soul path or my soul mate. I made a decision that was best for me. And I had to heal, and I had to recover, and I had to get over you. I had to move on from you. And I'm better, and I'm wiser, and I'm stronger now. But this person is going to regret turning their back on you because you were the good person in their life. You were the one. You were very important. And you're going to get an apology. It's coming, Chariot. The apology, the 5 of Cups, the regret, the remorse, the guilt, the shame. Once they get over their idiocy, they're going to come in with this Ace of Swords. That decision will be made to step up, speak up, and apologize. And you're going to have it. Page of Wands. It's baby steps in the right direction. You're ready to see what they have to offer. But the truth is, you just don't fully trust them. And they're going to try to earn your trust back. Okay, seriously, they're going to like, come on, I'm going to earn it. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be here. But you're very detached. And you're very skeptical now. You're just like, I don't know. Even though you're back, even though you're showing me all these good things, I just don't know if I could ever trust. The Tower. You know, this relationship has been damaged, period. And they can work on trying to recover it, but, you know, what's done is done, what's said is said. Listen, Pisces, someone's going to make a U-turn. And I just... They want to do the right thing. I'm going to be honest with you, Pisces. And I don't normally go here, but I'm going to keep it real. Don't be so stiff. Don't be so cold. Don't let your heart be hardened. This person made a mistake. They made it. They did it. And it was probably quick made, thoughtless. They made these decisions based on what they thought was the best choice at the best time. They regret that. They made a mistake. People make mistakes. And I feel like, honestly, overall, Pisces, what I'm hearing is they didn't mean to hurt you. And it could be reversed, Pisces. Perhaps you didn't mean to hurt someone else. Perhaps it is reversed and you're saying, listen, it was unintentional. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to cause damage. It was purely an accident. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I love you. This relationship is very important to me. You're very important to me. I'm going to do everything it takes to rebalance myself and make the effort to be honest and be truthful and do the right thing. You know, and that's Ace of Swords. It's like I'm making a decision. I'm taking the next step. I'm taking the baby step. You know, this person, and it could be you, Pisces, but someone here is making the choice to go in the right direction and make amends. Be humble, say sorry, mean it. I did someone wrong. I did someone dirty. Seven of Swords. I got away with something. I thought I was going to get away with something. I thought I was looking out for myself in a good way, not a bad way. I thought I was just being good, but I wasn't. I thought I was being smart, but I wasn't. Please accept my apology. I want to be a better person. I'm going to do some self-reflection. I'm going to go inside myself. I'm going to be humble. I'm going to search for answers. I'm learning. I'm a student of the universe. You know, I get it now. Tower, I've changed my perspective. I've seen the errors of my ways. I see where I've been wrong. I'm done with that cycle. I've completed it. I want to reunite. I want a second chance. I want to earn your trust again. Please don't block me out. Please don't be cold towards me. I want to come back to this relationship. I want to fix it. I want to earn it. You know, Pisces, this could be you coming back to someone trying to earn it. But it's definitely about someone coming back. They're making a U-turn. And it's, I better go back because I'm losing a good thing. I'm hearing that song. If you should lose me, oh yeah, you lose a good thing. I don't know. It's just a song I remember. But, you know, if you lose me, you lose a good thing. And I feel like, you know, this could be your husband. This could be your wife. This could be your just significant other, your soulmate, your twin flame. Could be your kids, your best friend, whoever this important, intimate relationship is to you. Somebody who did someone wrong wants to come back and fix it. Let's get the advice from the universe. In other news, Pisces, I see financial gain, financial success. Your money, your career, your funds are all working out the way you want them to. And you shouldn't have any financial worries if that's something you tuned in for. Just, you know, to get clarity on money. In a reading with the King of Pentacles, anytime it shows up upright, it's a very successful period of time for you. Enjoy it. Don't be feeling guilty about your money and your hard work paying off. He may be someone who could help you and guide you to financial success. In love, this king is committing to you, and he wants to be there and care for you. You know, this is a cornerstone of happiness. Pisces, I do see that you might enter into a marriage or a union or a relationship or partnership with a Capricorn, or maybe a Taurus or Virgo. But I do see you coming into a partnership or a marriage, okay? And that's just a bonus on top of what you got. Now, what is the universe's message to you, Pisces? We have here Six of Pentacles. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. This is the law of karma. Be careful what you give. It might just come back. You know, the one that gives gathers. Whatever you invest into people, yourself, and the universe, it's always going to come back right at you. So just make sure you're putting good energy out there. And the other card that came out in reverse is Page of Pentacles. When life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. So you might be a little bitter. There's a sense of bitterness for Pisces. And it's like, it's hard to accept something that hurt. But we got to move on. Somebody wants to make amends. Is it worth it for you? I don't know. Let's see what the advice is with this card. Despite the many blessings, Pisces, that you've been given, you haven't felt the need to pass those blessings along to others. This will eventually catch up to you, if it hasn't already. So move out of this state of thoughtlessness and into a state of thoughtfulness. Pisces, an additional message here. You had the opportunity to extend a loving cup to someone, and it could be a Gemini or someone very deeply that cares about you and you care about them. But you had the chance to give them money. And it is money because we have Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So it is money. And you did not pass the blessings you were given as a King of Pentacles along to this person. Like, you could have helped them. They asked for help and you said no. They asked for something, you turned them down. Maybe it was rightfully theirs. But you're about to figure out the karma that comes with that. Also, when life gives you lemons, sometimes people foolishly let them rot in the back of their fridge before ever changing it, turning it into enchanted lemonade. For one to ensure a future success, they must be willing to work from the get-go and keep working even through a letdown. So it's like, Pisces, there's a disappointment financially. But if you don't take that disappointment and value what you have left and make lemonade out of lemons and make the most of what you've been dealt, you're really going to lose. So don't get so down in the dumps that you don't make good decisions. And aside from money, if you can't forgive, or if someone can't forgive you, they're going to lose out on a very special relationship. So the warning here is be careful about your heart and your emotions. Don't become bitter, hard, or selfish, because it's never going to take you where you want to go. You're going to have to get past that pride and ego. And you're going to have to move on from the embarrassment or the pain or the problem and make the most of it. Cut some of those lemons and make lemonade. Don't cry and whine and stay stuck in limbo about something that didn't go your way. And just be stuck here in the past, crying over spilled milk, being angry and bitter. And more importantly, Pisces, biggest message today, don't focus on what's been gone and what you had to let go. Focus on what you still have and what you can have in the future. So stop looking in the past. And just to kind of make that U-turn back to love. Someone's coming towards you very quickly and unexpectedly. I feel like it's a soulmate. I feel like it's an air sign. I don't know, but I guess that's an additional. They're going to show up within about 7 days. Maybe 2 weeks at the most. I think it's going to be very last minute, very unexpected. And it's almost like they just show up at your doorstep. Or it feels that way. They're going to have to be humble and apologize. And they're going to offer you something small, a small gesture, a small hope. And they're going to work towards repairing this relationship. And they need your help to work towards repairing themselves. I feel like there is an energy of betrayal here or disappointment, but good decisions are being made. And I think the most important message, Pisces, is let's make good decisions going forward. Let's not stay stuck in what would happen. Be resilient. I don't know. That's it. All right. That's closure to the readings, everybody. Thank you for watching me. Please don't forget to like this video, and I hope you subscribe. I hope I see you back. Did anybody have any questions? Does anybody want me to answer some questions for the $28 donations? Or if not, there is none. That's okay. Also, we're doing it on the 28th. Celtic crosses for anyone that wants a Celtic cross on that day. And those readings are free with memberships on my website. If anybody wants some freebies with bonuses and perks. All right, well, I guess that's it. Eat me a spider making a web above the stove right now. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. That's a good sign. Hi, Kaylin. All right, well, I guess I will let you guys go and gals go, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. So you guys just keep swimming. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you could please comment how you feel about it, or if it resonated, I'd appreciate your feedback. I love you very much, and remember, it's just a journey. So you just keep swimming. All right, love you. Bye, guys.